Okay, so QEA is quality engineering and assurance. So it is basically that testing team. So uh, no, it is basically where you use Selenium. So Selenium is a testing and automation testing software, which is used to test various web applications. So if you have used WhatsApp, or if you have used Chromium driver, or even Firefox as its own driver. So there are I'll do a couple of videos on that as well. So where you can send WhatsApp messages through Selenium. So that is a pretty cool thing that you can do with Selenium. So it is a testing team. The entire thing is full of testing. So you might be trained on Selenium. You might start with Java basic, and then you will go into testing with Selenium. So that is your way forward. So you can definitely check out the blog of Cognizant. So they have various services, and this is one of the service that they do, quality assurance. So you can definitely check that out. So it is basically entire thing is testing, but if you're good at automation testing, it is just an easy job to do. Developers need to do a lot of things, but testers just write the test cases and just see what comes as an output. So I won't say it is easy though. Testing is difficult, and even development is difficult. So both ways. When people compare developers with testers, right? So both are difficult from their point of view. Okay, so let me break it down if you want. So developers, he has to think of his own, and put some code into action and see what kind of results that he gets. Okay, so that is the first part. So and then he has to review his code, and if there is possibility of refactoring, he has to do that. And if he can shorten the code, he has to do that. And there are a lot of things that he has to do, or he or she has to do with development. So in the testing part, so the tester has to understand the code. At the very base, they have to understand the code. Okay, so how the application works. Black box testing, that is the first time that they see the code, and see how the entire process goes on, how the user interface is there, and user experience, and they would share the feedbacks, and the developer has to revamp certain things, and tweak here and there, and then change the code, and take some thing forward. So it is difficult for both the developers and the testers, but they have their own difficult parts to do. So they definitely have different roles to play in a project. So in a project, you will have developers, testers, DevOps team, your Scrum masters, your managers, and other teams which work on sales. There are different teams when it comes to a project. So you have different teams, but once you are starting with testing, right? So if you want to move into development, you have to put your extra effort, and then you have to learn a little, and then you can definitely move into development. If you really want to do that, you can definitely do that in Cognizant. So testing is seen as a low profile domain. So that is what I think I have covered it, just now. So testing is not pretty bad, I would say. Okay, so testing is the difficult part of any process. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, so you are manufacturing a car. Okay, so car can be manufactured by anyone, right? So even you have Tata manufacturing the car, you have Maruti as a manufacturing car, you have Audi, you have Lamborghini, you have even if you take Ferrari and other sports cars, the super sports cars, and other Tesla, you have Tesla. So there are different companies. Okay, so only thing that what do you think that differs from all these cars? So all gives you the same kind of feel. The sole purpose of a car is to locomotion. So put you from one place to another. So they pick you from one place and they put you in another. So that is the sole purpose of a car. So once it comes to quality and other things, the testing has to be done. So do you think that the same safety as Maruti 800 is on the latest Tesla car, or the Benz, or and any sports car, super sports car? You Will it be the same with both these? So the testing has to be done, and testers play a vital role on these kind of areas. So the same goes with softwares. Okay, so if you find bugs earlier, where you don't have to wait for some bug bounty hunter to tell you that you have a bug in the software, or other customers to tell you that you have a bug in the software. So if you have a good testing team, you can definitely find and fix the bugs earlier. At the even at the earlier stage, you can definitely do that. There is no test driven development, so you can definitely do that. Even some developers are forced to write testing unit tests. So it is a field where you have to explore various things. So if you are put into testing and development, and there are different things that happen with development and testing, so it is not the same. They have their own struggles, and that has to be resolved. So I definitely, it is not that it is a low profile, or what do you think managers do? What do you think, like, the managers or the scrum masters, or what the higher level managers do? They just review our code, and they just test it and see things are working or not. So they see the client requirements, and they see what you have done, and what do you call what do you call the process as testing, right? So basically what everyone does is testing. So they see the code and review the code, and once you get to the associate level, you will definitely see what the testing is the only thing that they do. So development is like the least priority. So there are a lot of things that has to be on top of development to get the product out to production. So that is my point of view on testing. So which topic need to be prepared for a simulation test? So Java and SQL. So if you are familiar with already with Java, then you can definitely check out Java, or you can start with C Sharp. So we have covered C Sharp in 2 videos. So SQL in another. So if you can start with Java, it is absolutely fine. You can start with Java, and if you want to start with SQL, we have a video on that. You can definitely check that out, and you will get some insights on using SQL Server. So we have done everything in the SQL Server, which you will use in the which you will use in Cognizant. So that is the that is what my intention was, to just show you that how SQL Server is and how do you work on that. So I hope that answered your question. So Balaji, what will be asked on your interview? So, so BU interview, I think you're talking about the after project. So you will have a final project. You have to do it alone. You have to do it alone. So after that, you will have an interview. So that will be like with some SME, or from the BU unit. So the straight from BU unit, you will have someone who will be reviewing your code. It will be like 1 hour to 1.5 hour of technical interview. So you have to explain the code, what you have done in the past 2 to 3 weeks. So you have to definitely summarize, and you have to show a demo on how things work, and what are the problems that you have faced, and you have to explain a lot to them. So that will be like easy if you have done the project. So some have the intention that you can get it from someone, or you can just copy paste what is in the GitHub, or you can just get from your friends. And if you can do that, then you will definitely struggle in your interview. So but that will be most easier on the basic stuff they will cover. So if you're strong with your basics, and only thing that they will ask is what you have learned in your entire internship. So if you are confident on what you have learned through the entire internship, then you can definitely, it is pretty easy to crack the interview. So the simulation test only for CTS. So I think this time they have included only for CTS, and no, sorry, only for CSNIT students. But in last year, previous years, we had anyone can take up the test and see who can be at the top. So even some CSNIT guys didn't I know they were they are the ones who are mandated to take the the simulation test. But we can also, the other guys, like I am from easy background, so even other guys can take up the test, and they can even attempt it. So that was the case. So Spark, please explain all the domains internship. So I have seen couple of domains, but let you know what are the things that I have done. Okay, so there are like 3 to 4 domains, I guess. So, but it depends upon the location what domain you have. Okay, so the pretty much the mainstream, or what people most people are trained on is .NET and Java. So, and secondly, something comes with Selenium. So someone have asked like QEA, what is that? And that is full of testing. You will have Selenium. You have everything covered on Selenium. So that is the first part. And the second thing you have is .NET and other this mainstream full stack training. And then you have some data warehousing and Python. So you will do that, and you might be put into some business analyst or data analyst role. Might be you might be, or you may not be. So not sure on that, but those are the pretty much the domains. But they might train you on blockchain and cyber security. That depends upon the location and what kind of uh, domain knowledge that experts or SMEs have in that location, or that BU that needs. So that depends upon the BU, that what kind of domain that you will be put in. But the mainstreams are Java and .NET. So, but people work on DevOps. Cognizant has all the domains, like from cybersecurity to data analyst, machine learning, and they work on IoT and all the other latest technologies that you can name it around. So they work with all of them. But you have to upskill yourself after getting in. So you cannot just say with .NET you can never shine in Cognizant or any company that you go on. So you can never do that. So you have to definitely upskill yourself.